Hi, welcome to Think Human. I'm Chris, and in this video I want to talk about many types of possible multiverses. So the thought process being that the way we started discovering the world around us, we started by the Earth being at the center of the universe and everything else sort of revolving around us. Some time went by and we were like, okay, fine, the sun is the center of the universe. Then we were like, well, but there are other stars that seem to be just like our sun in the sky. So there are many more than just our sun and our solar system. Then we saw that we live in this giant cloud of gas that has many billions of stars in it. And then we saw that there are many of these clouds, so many of these galaxies. So we keep sort of climbing on this stair of ever expanding universe around us. And so a quite rational next question is, what is the next step? We're now at the point of our universe. Are there any other ones? And this is quite reasonable to think about, but also this is the territory where with most multiverse theories we can't be 100% sure that they exist. With many of these there is no way to prove them. So first simpler way of thinking about the multiverse is that our own universe that we exist in just really does go on infinitely. So all the density of matter and galaxies and stuff that's going on, that goes on infinite in all directions. And in that type of way you could have a multiverse as well. So if you go along this infinite universe far enough, then you will reach a point that is an exact copy of, almost exact copy or exact copy of the place that we are in now. So if you go far enough, you could find another Earth and another solar system, and in matter of fact another new anything, everything. So that's one way of thinking about it. Another way is with this inflationary theory of cosmology. So after the Big Bang, there's something happened called inflation, and this is truly rapid expansion of space and time itself. And it's thought that this sort of initial bubble starts expanding, and then other bubbles start expanding from them as well, and then another bubble, another bubble, another bubble. And an interesting thing about this is that the baby universe that's born from one bubble is similar with its properties and laws of physics to the parent bubble, but its child bubbles, its baby bubbles, will be a little bit different from it. So you will have all the different variations of possible laws of physics and laws of nature in this type of multiverse. You just have a ongoing bubble of just ever expanding possible space. So kind of like this really bad drawing. It starts here, then a bubble forms, and a bubble, 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 and it starts going exponentially. This kind of interesting idea. I really like this because it's so interesting, and it allows for different kind of laws of physics, and also that it's all in the same space. But there is a separation, there is this cosmological horizon between different universes, different bubble universes, because as we know that space right now is expanding, and it's expanding ever faster as time goes on, and between these bubbles space is expanding on the whole faster than light. So none of these bubbles could really communicate with each other. The laws of physics sort of, you can't just walk from one bubble to another. Maybe someday we discover something weird, but for now, no. There is another thing called M theory. This is from string theory, and this requires 10 or 11 dimensions to be in our world, and these are even dimensions curled in really small and really small scale. We would have some type of extra dimensions or some other weird proposed methods, but essentially this would say that we are on kind of a weird membrane with our universe. And this isn't the only membrane. There are other membranes, parallel membranes, and when these membranes collide, they create a new Big Bang and a new sort of space for things to happen. And it's quite a strange idea, but this is the one theory as well. Another proposed idea is that actually inside every black hole there is a new universe, and this is also something that surprisingly sounds like a hippie idea, but is considered quite seriously, that since black holes pass the event horizon, the point of no return, it's separated from our observable, our known universe. It's an object outside of our universe, and it creates totally different space and time, and a singularity in it with infinite density as far as we know, or we're just wrong. And inside there, inside every black hole, there could be a new universe then, which is quite a weird thought as well. Another idea is the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics, and that would state that infinite amount of universes exist, and every single choice, every decision, everything that can go two ways does go both ways, and there is a universe for every conceivable outcome for anything. So there are literally infinite amount of universes, and anything that can happen has already happened, will happen, and will continue to happen in this sort of weird space of possibilities. This is to explain, it's like this experiment with the Schrödinger's cat. Is the cat dead or alive? Has the particle, the radioactive particle, decayed or not? And the answer to that with the many worlds interpretation would be that both have happened. The cat is alive and dead. Both of these worlds exist. Only when you look, you choose what world you are now in. And then lastly, there is multiverse of simulated universes. So this is the idea that our universe is a simulation, and if you can have one simulation of a universe, you can have many simulations. So we have simulated multiverses that can go on pretty much forever, or as long as the computational power allows for. So this is quite interesting and mind-blowing to me, and these kind of thinking about these kind of things always leads me to a place of wondering how strange reality is, that we just live in this space, and just like why does anything even need to exist rather than nothing, and this kind of thing. It's just so strange. So this is just a list of some possible theories of multiverses, how multiverses could exist. So I hope it was interesting in some way. If you have any thoughts, please share them in the comments, and thank you so much for watching.